Alex is in Dallas. Hi, Alex. How are you?
Hey, Dave. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you taking your time to do the show.
I'm honored. I love doing it. How can I help?
I own a volume photography business, and last year we grossed $275. Right now, the business is me and my wife, and last week I hired my first employee.
Wow.
This July, we start our fourth year in business, and every year I set business goals in terms of revenue and accounts, like new accounts, and every year we've been exceeding them. So my question is, I feel like this question makes me sound like ungrateful or like I'm humble bragging, but how can I feel more content with my success when I'm hitting those goals? And because I always feel like I could have done better or I should have done more, and it's kind of causing some frustration when I get to the end of those goals.
Well, it took me a while to understand that for most of us that do this entrepreneur thing, contentment and ambition are not on the same spectrum. They're not like contentment at one end, ambition at the other. That's the way I kind of thought about it for a while, and that's not right. So contentment is I am comfortable with where I am. Ambition is I'm going to leave anyway.
Yeah.
And it's because here's the thing. But it's a natural thing to say, okay, if I hit the goal, I wonder, gosh, how much more could we have done if I'd had stretched the goal, or if I don't hit the goal, I go, I'm angry and frustrated and push. But that's just a matter of being competitive and with yourself and with the marketplace and going, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I want to be better. I want to be better. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. Everyone needs, it's human nature to need to see traction and progress. Someone who doesn't need to see progression in their life is lazy. Yeah. So that's not lack of contentment, though. Contentment, I'm very content. I like what we're doing. I like who we are. I like all those things, but I want to do more of all of it. And so that's not driven by discomfort with where we are. It's driven by a need to serve more people. It's driven by a need to an achievement need. But the achievement need is not psychotic. It's not due to psychological problems. It's just due to healthy ambition for progression. And so, I think you need to set goals, and I think you need to occasionally miss them, and I think you need to be frustrated when you miss them. Now, what you don't want to do is sit in that and sit in the frustration and sit in the failure. Like we've had in the last 36 months, we've shut down, off the top of my head, 4 projects that I can think of that all cost me a lot of money. And I mean, we didn't just fail; we failed gloriously on all 4 of them. And so I have to kind of be the Ted Lasso goldfish thing. Have a very short memory. What animal has the shortest memory? A goldfish. I got to move on. It's like your golf game. If you concentrate on the last shot, you don't get to concentrate on this shot. So even if you hit well, or even if you didn't hit well, you got to hit the next one. And so you got to be the goldfish with a short or no memory. And that's, in a spiritual sense, that's grace. I give myself a lot of grace for those colossal failures, even give the team grace for the colossal failures. I don't give myself or the team grace if we repeat the stupid butt thing that caused the failure. I don't want to do the same stupid thing over again. And if we come up short on a goal, I want to be frustrated, but I'm not going to live in frustration for 2 weeks about it. I'm going to be frustrated for 10 minutes, reset, go on. If every time a quarterback threw an interception, they quit, football games would be real short. So you can't stop on every failure. Or if every time they threw a touchdown, they quit, football games would be real short. And so you get to go to the next play. Whether you threw an interception or whether you threw a touchdown pass, you go to the next play. You go to the next play. And that's that goldfish, that's grace to yourself. But you still keep playing to win. You still want to run the score up. You still want to throw more touchdown passes. And so that's not because I'm discontented. It's because we're winning. They're different. They're on a different plane. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I feel like I'm babbling, but that's That's how I'm doing it around
that,
here. And that's how I've worked it through emotionally and spiritually in my head.
Yeah. And that totally makes sense. I wonder sometimes if I'm setting the wrong goals, in terms of, the business, like, cause the financial things, like you've said before, it's a nice scorecard, but I wonder if like I'm looking at that too much. So I've got a small business group of guys that I meet with once in a while, and I asked them this question, and they're like, "Well, you should just be happy. You're doing good." and after talking to them, they were like, "Well, maybe it's because you came from other jobs where you didn't like your management, you didn't like your leadership, and you wanted to lead a team, and you should be more aiming towards that as your check mark."
Yeah, I mean, what is it you're trying to accomplish? Making money is only one of the things.
Yeah.
But maybe building a quality team with a high quality culture is one of the things. That's one of my goals. I mean, we fight for culture here. We fight for having a quality environment. We spend a lot of time, money, and energy on culture that does not have a short-term ROI. It probably has a very good long-term financial ROI because you retain the good people, you run off the donkeys, and so on, because they don't fit in, and so on. So but anyway, and you can add to the list. I certainly do here. The mission of what you're doing. Our goal is to help a whole bunch of people, and we figured out if we help the more people we help, the less we have to worry about money. So let's serve in volume. And same thing. Think about the joy that photographs give that you take to the families that you're dealing with. And so if you did 10 times as much, that'd be 10 times as many families with joy due to those photographs. And so, because I know our family treasures photographs, we're photograph nuts. My wife just got another family. She's classic grandma, gets everybody together for a dadgum picture, and then here comes another one over the mantle, and so, but those things give people joy. They do. Yeah. And so it's because we can remember the time that, remember when, Johnny was 4 and what, all the stuff. So I don't know what types of photos you're taking, but, you're serving someone with that. And so, maybe you put some of your goals is we want to serve more people and we want to make more money and we want to build a culture. Those are 3 things that we do, by the way.
Yeah.
We help people get out of debt, change their life, become millionaires. We help small businesses run better, become very profitable, and get more joy out of their business because they get the donkeys out and the crazy out and all that. We do that all the time around here, and we take great joy in talking to people like you, and 10,000 more Alexes wouldn't make me mad, So yeah. That's an opportunity to serve, and that brings joy, and that's another type of goal we could set is almost the McDonald's sign, billions served, right? And so, that's where we're going. But hey, you're a good man for asking these questions and for wrestling with the issues. You're always right when you say money's not enough, but money's not bad either. It's just don't stop there. That's not the only place you'd set goals. So let's set a goal of, having 10 team members and they're all happy and like each other and productive. And that'd be a great, nice little business to have 10 people that actually got along in one room. That'd be stuff that Washington, D.C. can't pull off. So you'd be way ahead of the game, that whole thing. So very cool. Very well done. Congratulations, sir. You're the right kind of people.